Hello everyone, I am Rajesh Kumar Maiti. So many of my juniors and classmates, and also many people I have met have asked me that what did I follow during my preparation for UGC NET and how did I clear that, because it's a very difficult examination. I know because I have cleared it and it was very difficult for me. I did not clear it in my first attempt. It took me three attempts to clear UGC NET and I got it by margin. I feel I got 190 marks out of 300 and I belong to general category, so we have we should not say that, but yeah, it is difficult for us. So one of the thing which I did, I think you should do for the basics is covering your basics first. So first of all, let's talk about British literature, the very big unit. I would say most important unit is British literature. So for that you should take up Routledge History of English Literature with you should also take any other basic book. So for if you have the idea of English literature, I'll say if you know about the ages, how it played out, or how the who are the writers and the are in those ages, you should take History of English Literature by Routledge. If you not have your basics clear, then you should go in YouTube. You should search playlist of History of English Literature. You should watch those videos because they are very good. I would suggest Nibble Pop, Monami Mukherjee ma'am, she is very good with her playlist. Arpita Karwa ma'am, she is so good with her playlist. You should watch that. Or if you are a good reader, you should take up Edward or Albert History of English Literature. You should read it line by line, make notes, should have the idea of who are the writers, what they have written, and how they emerge in that age, what are the trends. Then you should go into Routledge History of English Literature, because Routledge is, I would say, gem, because you cannot get that much information. You cannot get that type of depth commentary on a period or an age from any other book. So I would suggest first to get your basics clear if you're a beginner. If you know about the age, go into Routledge, cover it. Then you should, I would talk about, the syllabus is very vague, I would say, because we have drama, poetry, fiction, non-fiction, all these things. So I would say for British literature, read Routledge, get the writers list from any of your website. You have Arpita Karwa, she provides writer list for UGC NET, or you can take up 5-10 years of question paper, PYQ. You can get the writer who are asked in those paper. That's a very better, I would say, better, more hard working. You should put some effort, but you will get the result, because that's a very better way of doing the preparation. So I also want to talk about Kalyani Bhalat ma'am, because she is gem. I think Kalyani Bhalat ma'am, I think there is no one who could prepare like Kalyani Bhalat, and her books are so good. You should buy those books, because those are, you cannot get that much information combinedly in a book. So I think you should go for Kalyani Bhalat book if you want to skip this this preparation. Just get into the shortcut, because it's a very good way of preparation. For that I want to go into the Indian literature thing. For Indian literature, I would say buy Kalyani Bhalat's book of Indian literature, because what she has done in there is amazing. For English in India, she has put all the schemes, whether it is Vardha scheme, Kothari commission, all the things are put in the first chapter. And the starting of the book, she gives a very outline of Indian history, and that will feel you that how important the emergence of English in India is, why we are studying it. So for that, I would say go into Kalyani Bhalat, and her books are very good. You should, for Indian literature, I would suggest her just read her books and get the Central University syllabus, and the most major plays are studied in those universities. That would be enough for Indian literature. Into post-colonial, get the writer list. I would say don't read much about them. Just get the people who are asked in the paper, because it doesn't give you so many questions. It is very less number of questions you will get from post-colonial literature. So I would suggest that Chinua Achebe, he is a very major writer, or I would say J.M. Coetzee, he is a major writer. So those writers you should read. You should read their works, their summary, and the important quotation. You should do that only. And for NET, I would say you should not cover all the unit. If you have time, you should cover all the unit, research methodology, linguistic, all those things. Because I did not cover all the unit. I just looked it up a little bit. from the previous year questions and the guidebook and all. You can get a guidebook and just look the because they're very short unit. You can get only 2 or 3 questions from there. Another unit is literary theory. Is a very vast unit. We get so many questions from literary theory. I feel like after some years we'll only get literary theory questions, because when I gave my examination, there were so many questions from literary theory. It was easy for God grace, it was very easy for me, literary theory paper. So you should get beginning theory by Peter Berry or contemporary theory by P.K. Nair. Those 2 books are very good. You should read that cover to cover. It's a very one of the best way to prepare literary theory. After that, you should go into internet. Just get the major theorist list from Arpita Karwa website. Search about them. What is their important terms they have given? What are the important ideas they have given? And what the question are being asked from them. You should look up the questions are being asked from them, have been asked from them in the previous year questions. That would be enough for literary theory, I feel. For literary criticism, we don't get many questions. We would never. I don't think we'll never get any question from. I thought that I will never get any question from Plato and Aristotle, but this time they have given a question. In June attempt, there was a very long question from Aristotle. It was very irritating for me also, because I was like, what the hell they have written. So you should not also underestimate literary criticism. Literary criticism is a very vast unit. So for that also, just take up all the major literary theorists and critics and read and take up SWAYAM courses. There are many SWAYAM courses which provides literary criticism, and also I think Marine Simiraj ma'am, she has a SWAYAM course. I think you should prepare that from internet, from downloading the major theorist. That would be enough for your literary criticism. So this is enough, I feel. And English in India, I think you will get from Kalyani Valat course only. She has outlined it very well. Research methodology, linguistic and cultural studies. Cultural studies is part of literary theory, so you should do the same thing which I told about cultural studies. Research methodology, I would say, just take. People say that MP Sinha book is a very good. I would not say. Just take the MLA 9th handbook, look at it up, get some idea about it, and that would be enough for. So this is a video which I have talked about how did I crack my UGC NET. Thank you for watching this video, and please support me to grow in this platform. This is one of my very first video. Thank you so much.